Right. I think we are live. Let's take a look here. Maybe. Haven't got the notification from YouTube yet, but I think we're live. So, hello, everybody. Welcome to a special Sunday afternoon session where I do come back on to finish all the readings that I did not get to this morning. In this morning sessions, I do have a handful of donations and my YouTube channel members, and then about 20 or so free readings to complete. So we will get into those. There is no chat in this list because I'm not taking any new questions, just completing the old ones. So that's why there's no chat. And but I'll be back on Friday evening at 6 p.m. Mountain Time for more free readings. Or if you'd like to join my YouTube channel memberships, we actually meet a few times during the week. I have two levels. Zen Cricket is $2.99 a month. Praying Mantis is $7.99 a month. And all of us meet on Wednesday evenings for 2 hours. And all the times are listed in the description box if you're wondering when we meet. And then my Praying Mantis levels, which is the higher level, we also meet additionally on Thursday nights for 2 hours or so. And then Friday and Saturday nights after the session, my regular session, and Sunday afternoons after that session. So you get all of that. In addition, you also get advanced access to any videos that I produce. I have new Solstice by Element readings out, and then my 2025 forecast readings by each individual zodiac sign are almost all completed and out. 8 out of 12 are out. So you do get advanced access to all that. And on Fridays and Saturdays, I always make sure to complete all of my donations and my YouTube channel memberships as well. So I always come back on to finish those out in the meantime. So let me just make sure here. All right, we must be live because someone liked the video. So we must be live, even though YouTube hasn't sent me the little confirmation email yet saying we are. So sometimes they're a little delayed there, but I'll assume that we are. um, So that's and there's a link for all the YouTube channel memberships down in the description box down below. And then I also offer personal readings if you want to dive even deeper. And there's a link for all the readings and all the other stuff that I do down below as well. All right. So thank you guys again for your patience and getting to your readings. I'm so grateful for all the donations and all your support, all the thumbs up. I just really am so honored and appreciate your thirst for hearing from spirit too. So I love that. All right, so let's get into the readings here. So the donations take a little bit longer because we do dive in deeper for those. And then I've got like just 5 of those. And then we'll jump into YouTube channel memberships, which there's just a handful of those. Those are free readings, so those will go faster as well as the others. So thank you guys again for your patience. All right. So we had left off with Cece. So hey, Cece, thank you so much for your donation. And you wanted a love reading for December. So let's take a look here and see what they want you to know about love for December. All right. And they do want those too. Okay. Alrighty. Well, the bottom of the deck, you do have the Knight of Wands, which is about a new passion igniting here. So seems to be that there is a spark headed your way. And underneath that, you do have the Ace of Cups. And Ace of Cups and the Temperance too, which is, of course, patience and um, kind of that alchemy of 2 cups going back and forth and things slowly developing. So I feel like there's a spark, and then the love grows slowly from that. So I don't feel like you know, announce your love in December, but I feel like you do meet someone and a spark is there, and it feels like it comes out of nowhere with this Knight of Wands. Like you're not expecting it. And you're like, oh, you go to a Christmas party or you go to some sort of gathering or whatever, and you're just like spark, conversation, and then it unfolds from there. Let's see what else they want you to know here. Yeah, okay. So it is at a gathering. You have the 4 of Wands, which is joy, celebration, a joyful gathering, like we're just talking about here. And yeah, great conversation with this Ace of Swords, like a conversation that you normally don't have with individuals. And the King of Cups is you really see this compatibility. The King of Cups is one of my huge compatibility cards. Like you meet someone that just you guys just fit like a glove. It's like just great conversations, is where how I feel it starts here. And which is, you know, usually it's we get a spark, we get attracted, we, you know, start dating, all this stuff, and then you try to pull conversation out of them, right? It's like, no, this is different. You actually it starts off with not any expectations, and you you're like you're sat next to somebody at a dinner party, or you're sitting next to someone, and you just strike up this conversation, and you're like, wow, that was really good, and you really like that. So yeah, the King of Wands. So I do feel like they're like a fire sign personality. Maybe they have a lot of fire in their chart, but the thing about a fire sign, as I spit, sorry, um, is um, attractiveness, but they have this energy that just draws you in too, and it's just like, whoosh, and I like that. So we like that they're attractive. You know, physically, that's a plus, but the conversation is huge here. Let's see what else we have here too. Yeah. So you had the King of Cups. The other compatibility is the Queen of Swords and the 10 of Cups. So there is this joy, this great time that you guys have, and you both feel like, wow, I really enjoyed our conversation, and you can just both feel like this draw to one another, and it sparks. And this is what happens in December. So boom, boom, boom. Um, Again, you got Emperor energy, which is fire energy, and the King of Swords. And this is education, higher education. So I do feel like they are, again, the master of communication, this great conversation you guys have. But I do feel like maybe they are some sort of educator, maybe a college professor, a trainer, someone who imparts knowledge to others. And the emperor shows that they're like a leader in their field and that kind of thing. So it would seem like, I could just see it be a college professor, someone that, you know, is in the arts, or, not the arts, but like philosophy and different things like that, where they have so much information and viewpoints, and they're open-minded, and they love talking about it, and they love learning. At the very least, they're just someone that is a perpetual learner, perpetual student. But I do feel like they're in some sort of position of authority in the subject that they have, and they just love talking, and and they like hearing your viewpoints, and they have a lot of information, but they don't make you feel like you're, well, no, you don't know what you're talking about. They're like, interesting, because I always thought da da da, and that just really fits well with that. It's that kind of bonding, and I like that. So CC, I like that for you. So if you get invited to a some sort of gathering in December, I would go. Right, let's see what your fortune cookie says here. Okay. Yeah, you got signs. The signs are here. And it says, your future positive direction will reveal itself. Any doubts and confusions will soon disappear. So I like that. So you definitely, this is the signs that and you'll see them in the conversations too that you're having. You're like, oh, wow. Huh, I like it. Right. So that's what they have for you, CC. Some mini blessings to you. And thank you for your donation. And then CJ, you are up. Thank you for your donation. So you'd like a general for December. You may be laid off. Will you be okay? All right, let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants you to know for December. Oh, wow. Okay. That's a lot of cards. Maybe I shouldn't shuffle with my eyes closed. Just connecting to your energy, connecting to spirit here. All right, here we go. So, what do they want you to know about December? So, you got this and do you have this one and this one and this one? And that one. Okay. All right. So it's funny you had the Knight of Wands in the last reading too, but this one came flying back out again. So December seems to fly by here with the Knight of Wands with a lot of sudden things and movement. But it just seems to fly by. Let's see what else we have here. Yeah, Eight of Wands. Lot of energy, a lot of movement, a lot of activity that happens in December here. It feels positive, in the long run. Let's see what else they have here too. Yeah, Four of Cups. So you have emotional stability here in December. So that does tell me that you will be okay emotionally. You feel fine about all this. Let's see what these three cards are. These came out together. Yeah, you have the Five of Swords. I just feel like there's this ending of this conflict that you've been having. Queen of Swords, balancing of your head and your heart, and then the Strength card. Yeah, so you have the strength and the courage and the connection that comes in here. And let's see, what does it lead to? Yeah, it leads to the King of Pentacles and abundance coming in here. Feeling like your outside life is full. So, one thing I feel like if you're being laid off, they might give you some sort of small severance package that makes you go, okay, at least we have a little bundle, an extra here. But it also feels like, it's like you weren't happy there anyway. I mean, it's like Spirit saying, if you're really honest with yourself, you were not happy at this place. And it's good that sometimes when we're in a toxic relationship, we are afraid to leave because we think that's all we've got and all we can do. And that's the best we can do is this toxic relationship. And then they break up with us and we're like, no. And they're like, wait a minute, this is my chance to get away. And this is what I feel is coming in. It's your opportunity to move into an area that is more in alignment with your higher self here. And with that strength card, that's your human self and your higher self here. And it's like your higher self is guiding you in a direction into something that is more of a balance between your head and your heart instead of something that you just feel you're supposed to do and should do and have always done. It's like your heart is taking you into like a different field or different types of positions than you normally would apply for. And the King of Pentacles shows that in the long run, that it's you end up finding a job that's even you feel even better about and maybe it's same amount or more money but you're doing something you love and enjoy and you feel like there's opportunities and so I really like that for you. It feels like in the long run with December, it moves fast. There's a lot of activity, but at the end of it, you feel like you're in this place of fullness in life. So I like that. Let's see what your fortune cookie says here too. Yeah. And health. It's actually better for your health. Says an excellent time to start an exercise program or diet. Many new friendships are on the horizon. But I don't think it's about diet unless that resonates for you. But I feel like it's better for your health. It just wasn't like it was said, it was toxic. It's more healthy where you end up going. And you end up finding some great friendships at this new place that you end up going to as well. So I like that for you, CJ. So boom, boom, boom. It looks like it's a good month after all. All right. So you can be grateful that you've been released from the prison. Okay. So many blessings. And then Sun and Moon, I believe you're up next. Yes, you are. So thank you so much for your donation. And you want to know, does CS think about or miss being together? Let's take a look here. Does CS think about or miss being together? All righty. The bottom of the deck here, they have the Eight of Swords here, which are, becoming aware of their own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that make them feel blinded and bound and trapped and restricted. They just, you know, a big part of what was going on inside of them, which had nothing to do with you, because this cage, when you met them, they were already in this cage, and they, you know, always think it's everyone else that has put them in this cage, but it's been their own mind, their thoughts and beliefs that have made them feel this way for so long, and because of that, they kind of felt like they were being restricted and a lot of rules and a lot of disappointments and, all of this kind of restrictive energy. It wasn't you. It was coming from in this thing inside that skull of theirs. But it's what they grew up with, and they just thought, well, this is what everyone wants. And so they thought there were all these things, and they were failing, and then they tend to self-sabotage things, right? And so I feel like you know, it's kind of what brought things to a head is what I feel. So does he think about being together? Let's take a look here first. They're really right now they're in this deep emotional place with the Queen of Cups diving deep into their emotions. And the Nine of Pentacles is this independence and there's this I would say it's a false freedom. It's like when you're not in a relationship and you see people in a relationship and you go, "Oh, I wish I was in a relationship." And then you get in a relationship and you're like, "Oh God, I feel so trapped and caged." And you hang around with your single friends. You're like, "Oh, I wish I could be free again." And there's like this when you feel released from a situation, you feel like, "Oh, I'm free. I must have felt caged there." Well, again, it's all in here. It's all a matter of story that they were putting here. So right now they have this little, I like being independent. I like being alone. The nine is like a hermit's card, especially the nine of pentacles. They like being alone. And they're really alone with their emotions, diving deep. They might even be like a lot of water or a water sign or a water moon. So they feel emotions so deeply, so much, and feel everyone else's emotions. Feel like they just retreat back and kind of cave themselves here. So they're more like reflecting on not necessarily like specifically being together with you, but what I experienced being with someone, and they're all focused on what I felt, what I was going, what me, that kind of energy that's there. Let's see what else we have here. But they do think of you. The here is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, which does tell me that they are nurturing themselves. But I also feel like this is they miss your nurturing, they miss your heart. You're a very giving, caring person. Um, and that's part of like I feel like with this Eight of Swords, they didn't feel they could keep up with your ability to give, and so they had like low opinion of themselves. So they just, they didn't love themselves hugely, but we can't give something to others that we don't have. It's like if I have this much, I'm like, here, this is what I can give you. And it's like someone tipping you a nickel, and you're like, no, that's okay. You keep it. I think you need that more than I do. It's that kind of feeling of like, wow, okay, I wish they could have given more, but they didn't have that to give to themselves, so they couldn't give it to you or anyone else. But they do they loved the nurturing and the emotion they would feel from you. Um, Especially with that Queen of Cups, they pick up on all that extra emotion. But I do feel like they were overwhelmed, if that makes sense. Yep, and then we have the Strength card here and the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit, and the Strength card is, the connection between our human self and our higher self and what we're really looking for. But something just to be aware of that comes in here is that, you know, what we're taught to look for in other people doesn't fulfill us because we have to have it for ourselves. And we find that inward and upward where we find eternal, unconditional love of the higher realms for us. And we're taught to try to find it out here, but anything we find out here falls short, is small, right? It's falls short and is disappointing. And so they could never give you what you're looking for, and you can never give them what they're looking for. That's a hard truth to hear in the beginning, but it's relieving in the long end because you realize I fill up on the inside and overflow. They fill up on the inside and overflow, or whoever. And then whatever I give is an above and beyond extra. Whatever they give me is above and beyond extra. I'm not desperate and at the whim of other people bringing me the love that I'm looking for. I find it in here. Doesn't mean I stop wanting love in the outside world. I just stop needing it. I'm not desperate for it. I'm not blackmailed, excuse me, to be in a relationship. So I'll give you everything. If you give me that nickel of love, I'll be happy. We're never happy with that. It's never enough, not for very long at all, if at all. And so I like this. The Seven of Pentacles tells us that when we get the fruit, if we ever do get the fruit of what we think someone can bring us, it's like, really? You're giving me they're showing me a cherry tree. You're giving me a one cherry? That's out of all this is what you're giving me, and it's like, because we find the fruit, within us. So what spirit would have us do is reflect on ourselves, and what are you thinking about? Do you miss being with yourself? Because that's really what is it about. Do I think about me? Do I think about my higher self? Do I think about my inner love? Do I miss being together with my higher self? Because we, all of us humans, end up cheating on our higher self with other people, because self-worth comes from here. Um Love and worth come from here. But when we are trying to get it out here, we're cheating on ourselves with them. How dare we? That was a big aha at one time in my life. So hopefully that helps a little bit. Sun and moon. Let's see what your fortune cookie is, though. Say they do it this one. So yeah, it is about reflection, like I was just saying. So friendships in your life may come to an end, others could blossom and become stronger. So it is about reflecting, and all of our relationships are for us, each of us showing us what we want to see about ourselves until we see it. So, if whatever I don't learn in one relationship, and that's why after 5 longest term relationships, I was like, why do I keep on ending up with the same type of individual in someone else's body? And, of course, this was just like this year I read this, but this was like long ago, with relationships. But there's this great quote or statement that says, "It doesn't matter which mirror you look in, the reflection's going to stay the same, unless the person looking in the mirror changes." And I'm like, wow, that's deep. The reflection always remains the same until the person looking in the mirror changes. So I like that. So some great awareness. That's what they have for you right now, Sun and Moon. Hopefully that helps. Many blessings to you. Thank you again for your donation. And then Crescent Moon, you are up. Hello, hello. And thank you for your donation. And you want to have a November through January love reading, please. Currently single. You have permission to be as nosy as a yenta. That's funny. A yenta. Take a sip of here of my mushroom coffee here. Has foam on the top. All right. You're so funny. We will dive in. We'll see how nosy we will get here. All right. So crescent moon. Here we go. So let's do a November. Let's do a November, a December. Okay. And then a January. Let's get an overall what they want you to know about love. Okay. 1, 2, 3. And then end results over yonder. Okay. We will see here. Let me do some scooching here. These are those. And okay. So, bottom of the deck. Well, you do have the High Priestess, which means you're going to be single. Of course, you are single now. For right now, the High Priestess, of course, she steps away from the chaos and the noise, goes into our High Priestess temple, connects higher, looks behind the veil, dives deep into emotions, does her inner work, evolves, brings the unknown into the known, and all of that. So you've been doing that. I feel like that's what's kind of leading up to where you are today. You're like, yeah, I've been on a worldwide journey. I don't know if you ever saw the Unsinkable Molly Brown with Debbie Reynolds. Wow, I can't remember people of that. Well, it's funny because those velvet red reminds me of the house that she had decorated in in the movie. But, she went on this adventure, because everyone she got in she married someone, they got into money and were really wealthy, and all the snobby people were like, "Oh, you're lower than us, and you don't know how to act," and then she went on a tour with her husband around Europe, and she, met all these people, high society, and learned, and she came back different and more evolved, and I feel like that's what you've been doing. You've been on this world journey, and you feel like you're changed, and you feel like you are different, and you're, like, coming back and being reintroduced into society in a way, and it's funny, but that's what they have coming in here. Let's do the general first over all of this. Yeah. Alright, yeah, so this shows that what I was just talking about, this death and this rebirth, the phoenix rising from the ashes, transformation that has happened. You've got the 6 of swords, which is having let go of some old ways of thinking around love and, seeing things from a different perspective and movement from kind of a chaos to rough waters into calm waters, and you just in this really it's like you came from a lot of emotional rough waters, and now you're in this really smooth, kind of waters, and you even have the king of cups. See, there's the ship that you were traveling around on that the high priestess has down there, just to show you here, peeking behind the curtains, and but the king of cups is this balance between head and heart, and I feel like that is what a big thing that you have, um, accomplished is a good word, I guess, accomplished, you've just moved into it. It's not that it was right or wrong, you just feel like you're in a better place, a healthier, stronger place, emotionally, mentally with this balance. And it's just great because the King of Cups is a very compatible energy, meaning that, you're ready, you've raised your love vibration, someone else is raising their love vibration, you've put in the work and you're finalizing things where it is a good match and you guys are being drawn to one another. Which brings us into November for what we have left of it. You have one card for it here. Yeah, Nine of Cups. So the Nine of Cups, in addition to being emotional, like dream come true energy, it's also the nine is the hermit's number, and the Nine of Cups, really like the essence of it is we find the love we're looking for in here, the chalice, we're the holy grail, we fill up and overflow, which is where you're at right now. And you're like, I'm filling up with this love. I don't need love. I want love, and there's a difference. It's a above and beyond extra instead of I need it to survive, right? So your energy around love has definitely changed, um, and evolved this year, even. So I like that. December, let's take a look here and see what we have coming in here. All right. So you do have here the Ace of Wands. So I do feel like there's this spark that you meet someone in December, and there is this um, that butterflies. It's interesting. There's not even any butterflies on there, but I feel like they're butterflies. And you have the Two of Swords. There's this get out of your head and into your heart. A lot of that balance, like the King of Cups. And I like that because you're not leaping into you're supposed to and should and need to and have to and must like you would have a year ago, right? You're like, well, you're not my normal person that I would be like, whoa, but there's something there and I'm going to honor that, right? And then you allow that to unfold. You have the Six of Pentacles too, which is this equal giving and receiving. I like that. But it is the codependency awareness card. I feel like you've really looked into that, but just in case, if I haven't talked about the Six of Pentacles before, let's see. There is a video that I have from my Take 10 with Zen series that talks about this out of balance giving and receiving. And I'd rather share it with you, and you have already seen it, than not share it with you and you hadn't seen it. And I'm going to put it in the description box of the video. not the description box, the pinned comment that I'm putting in there um, at the end when I'm done. And there's a link to that video. It'll be right next to your name in the comment. But it talks about the out of balance and how when we're younger, we develop this, usually our emotional body, 7 years old and younger. I have to give so much to receive so little. And it runs on our subconscious below the surface on autopilot till we bring it up and deal with it and release this and reset it down to one instead of one to 1,000. Because if someone comes in and our little inner child's like, "No, no, no, you don't deserve them yet. You're only at 777. You need to get up to 1,000." So, force field, they can stand there, but they can't come in, and so I like that awareness just so that you can go into December knowing, "Yeah, I'm aware of this and I'm balanced it." And so the force field is down, which will allow us to come together. And that's very important there. But there's also that message of it's equal giving and receiving. And I like that. I feel like you guys kind of conversate and things kind of balanced like move forward. And that takes you into January. Yeah, Page of Pentacles. So it does feel like there's this opportunity and more opportunities to meet and hang out. So I feel like you meet in December and you kind of hang out a little bit, but um, Page of Pentacles is like number 11. It takes it to a new level where it's more often, and January really starts to pick up. And it makes sense because I feel like you meet them, within December. It's a very busy time for everyone. And I feel like it will be after December 16th. I don't why did I pull that out of my butt? But that's the end of the Mercury retrograde. Because I feel like it's someone new you're meeting, and you don't start relationships during a Mercury retrograde with someone brand new. It's outside of that. So December 16th and after, you might meet him before, but the spark and the hanging out December 16th and after is highly recommended with that. Which leads you to these last two cards. What do we have here? All right. So you have the Sun card and the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands by itself can mean burden, but when you combine it with the Sun card, or an abundance card, which the Sun is, it's one of the most abundant, bright cards. It's a lot of blossoming. It's a lot of harvest. It's a lot of, um, just fullness of life that comes in there. So I like that for you, Crescent Moon. Um, do we want to get nosy about anything else? I feel like I want to. Just going to pull just a couple of these other smaller tarot that I use for my. They're like my giant nose that gets nosy into other things. Sorry, my cards are flying all over the place. I just want to find out a little more about who they are, just real quick. Just, you know, anything we can know about them, please. What else can we know about them? Okay. Do we have anything about where? Okay. Okay. Where first? We've got the Knight of Wands, the Ten of Swords, the Ace of Cups. So it's somewhere not unexpected. The Ten of Swords is letting go of, it's out of the ordinary. These are all our expectations, but the 10 is the end of expectations. So it's like, nope. And it's sudden, it comes out of nowhere. It's unexpected with the Knight of Wands, and then the Ace of Cups, of course, is ta-da, the love, the new love that you meet. What more about them can we know, please? They've overcome this lack of, beliefs in lack and feeling left behind out in the cold and less than and all that. The 6 of Wands shows victory. So they did have a rough childhood in that they felt like they didn't have enough and they felt restricted and trapped and, just felt very, um, oh, abandoned is a good word. This wheelchair stands out to me here. Like I felt like they were, you can see like they're being pushed around in a wheelchair. it's like they might have had some really um severe physical thing that happened, like maybe they did break their legs and they had to be bedridden for a year and this, and they had to relearn to walk again. It's that kind of feeling I have. Like they faced dread and they had to it's like they faced, I'm either going to pick myself up and live or I'm just gonna die. And they faced that and they decided to live, and now they have this very positive outlook in their life because of it. All right. I got the Page of Wands and the Queen of Cups. So Queen of Cups, very much water. I mean, she rolls over cups. She rolls over the cups with the king, but also gets a second portion of cups. Someone who's very emotional, like um ability to feel emotion, and very empathic, very in tune with their emotions. I wouldn't you know, uh not consider that they're like a water sign or have a water moon or a lot of water in their chart or all of it, but they feel very much and they can pick up on things. Page of Wands too, fiery spirituality. I just feel like they're one of the things that might have been missing in oh, the moon too, crescent moon, right? Um, in the past with past relationships is that they didn't share the kind of same like spirituality with you, and so it made it kind of awkward and weird sometimes because they didn't get you. They get you. I like that. So that's what they have for you right now, Crescent Moon. Yay. All right. So many blessings to you. Thank you again for your donation. Most appreciated. All right. And then the last of the donations is going to be Maria for your second donation. Thank you so much for that. And then you also had a free question, which so you don't have to try to track it down. I'm going to do it right after this before I start my other YouTube channel free readings. And for everyone else, these will start to go faster after I finish this donation because it's usually 1 to 2 cards for free readings and we don't dive as deep on those. All right. So thank you again for your patience. All right, Maria. So thank you for your second donation and the second special of Days of Our Lives, right? All right. So Walter told you that you're the only woman that he's intimate with. So that's a question mark at the end of that. And you talked until 1:30 a.m. He seemed nice, not an a-hole. Why would he share this with you? Does he get bothered that you ask him about the sex part? How his separation going now? Okay. So let's take a look here. Are you the only one? Okay. Move this out of the way. All right. And then why would he share this with you, that what happened? Okay. With his drunken experience there. Okay. And then does he get bothered when you ask him about uh, that other part? Okay. Well, those cards came flying out. Whoa. Okay. And then how's the separation going? All right. So let's look at how's the separation going. Yeah. Well, we know 5 of Swords, conflict, battle, communication, sparring of words. The battle rages, the battle continues, right? So it's like it's continuing and it's just disagreements. They can't get on the same page, which is why they're split up and why they're separating. But just the two stubborn people. No, no. you know, um, so that's what's coming in with that right there. It's progressing. The war continues, right? The battle on the Western Front. All right, and then we'll jump to the first one about that you're the only one he's being intimate with. Yeah, 9 of Pentacles is, you know, independence and, the hermit's journey being alone. So that would support that is true, normally that is what they do, and that. And so that does feel right with this card here. Affirmative. And then why would he share with him not being nice and that he was being a jerk and did some stupid stuff? Why would he tell you this? Okay. So we have the Two of Pentacles and the Lovers here. He would want to tell you that because one, he wants to be true and honest and open, and he doesn't want to hide things. He doesn't want to have secrets. He wants to, and he doesn't want people to try to go and ruin things and blackmail each other. Like if someone knew something that you did that he didn't know, um, and they were like, "I'm gonna go tell him," and but if they already know, and someone goes up to him and no, 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 he goes, "I know, she told me," and they're like, "What? Power gone," and that's what they feel is like, and they do feel here with the Lovers card, and you also have the King of Cups that came out. There's another card too, I'll show you here in a sec. But with these, he just sees you as this perfect match and this compatible person here. And that, with this Two of Pentacles, they want to break cycles, with this little cycles up here of no secrets and being honest and being open and being true and just not hiding anything. And it could be, like I said, I'm not sure if they really went as far as like we think they did, but it just feels like um that they just want to be true. And and because I feel like with this Emperor, they do have, they've been figuring out what they've been wanting. They are planning on, they're looking to the future. They're looking at, where this could go. But they really do see you as that, and they don't want anything to stand in the way. But they treat you like they would want to be treated. They would be like, if you got drunk and you did some stupid stuff, he would want you to tell him, not him to find out somewhere else or you hide it, feel you have to hide anything. He wants a true, honest, and uh, relationship with you. So I like it. I know it sucks when we have to hear them say they did stupid stuff, depending on what it is. But we'd rather them tell us than find out and then we never trust them because they're hiding stuff all the time, right? You're like, thank you for being honest and open and right there, and you're cut off from alcohol. All right. Um, and does he get bothered when you ask him about the intimacy? And these are all the cards that came out here. Huh, it doesn't feel like he does here. He is the Knight of Cups. He knows that's the journey of love and romance, the Knight of Cups. Four of Pentacles feels very comfortable and at home with you with this Four of Pentacles. The Two of Swords is the battle between the head and the heart. And yeah, it the mind has fears, right? It's like, oh God, I the vulnerable part is hard, but the heart wants to be pure and lay it all out on the line. And they have the Sun card here. So this is again this brightness, right? The sun shines bright on every corner of life, even the cobwebs in the corner, and they don't get bothered because they'd rather have everything out in the light. There's nothing off the table. There's nothing taboo to talk about. They want this pure, open honesty, even if it creates fear. And in the beginning, it's like, we'll work through it. We'll always work through it, but we always want honesty, I feel, coming in there, right? So that's what I feel they have coming in here. And then let me get you a fortune cookie here too. And then we'll do your free reading right after this. Like I said, so you don't have to go try to track it down, just ease of use. All right, so fortune cookie. No cookie for you. All right, you actually get two. All right. So the first one, oh, all right. So is care required, which says Ground yourself against deception and be careful of making foolish mistakes at this time. So, be aware of your actions and your responses, and try not to react off the cuff. Just really go, okay, let's talk this out. Let's really share. Let's be really honest, and but not mean and raw, but just really true to each other. We can inquire in a loving way, not in an accusatory way or anything like that, right? We can do that. And then your other card is romance. Boo doo boo doo boo doo boo. It says, love is set to sizzle. The chance for romance is high for those seeking a connection. So, boom shakalaka, baby. All right. So that's what they have for your donation. Thank you for that again, and all of your regular donations for the days of your lives. And then your free question was, what would Walter like to tell you that he hasn't yet? Okay. And this here. Okay. Mm. Yeah, we've got the Seven of Cups. There's so many different emotions that he feels for you that he hasn't shared. And the Page of Swords is this wanting to take things like that, um, plans, and that he has plans on things that he'd like to do, and where it would like to go, and that there's wishes that he's told you that he hasn't, with this dandelion where you and make a wish, that he hasn't told you about some of his personal wishes yet, but it's not out of that he doesn't trust you or that you don't deserve it. Just hasn't come up. But he would like to share some of his dreams that he has as well. So I got a mustache from this froth. Okay. So I like that. Um, and that there's a lot, like I said, with all those Seven of Cups, all these different emotions, positive emotions, um, and some that don't have to necessarily do with you. I feel like he hasn't shared some of his own insecurities quite yet, as well. But I feel like those were, they're not like deal breakers. I feel like they're just like things that it just hasn't come up, and it just wasn't the right time to talk about things. But I feel like you guys are getting, as you're getting more intimate, you're sharing more and more and more as well. So I like that. Right. So that's what they have for you, Maria. So many blessings to you. All right. And that is it for the donations. And so we're stepping into, I just have here four, let's see, one, two, three, four of my YouTube channel members. And so we will move to those next. And then after that, we'll start into the free readings for my non monthly YouTube channel memberships, and we'll go through those. All right. So, Moonlight 5, you're up for your free reading. Thank you for your donations earlier today as well. I greatly appreciate that. And you want to know, will you have enough money for fixing your ventilation, paying bills, and buy Christmas presents? All right, let's take a look here. Yeah, you have the Six of Wands, which is victory. And the King of Cups is balancing the head and the heart. So I feel like they're saying that you can make it happen, and you will have enough as long as you balance things. Don't go overboard in buying Christmas presents, right? Like, whoa, just enough, and paying the bills. You'll have where you can do the minimums on your bills, and the ventilation. I feel like you'll be able to, like, they'll have like a 90 days, same as cash, or something where you can make payments without paying interest on it or something. And I feel like they have an option like that where you can do that and you don't have to pay it all up front. You have a certain amount you'll pay to do the work, and then they'll bill you for the next 3 months or whatever for the difference, and three equal payments or something. And you can always pay it off early, but it'll allow you that time. And I feel like they'll be a little flexible with that, is what I feel is coming up. All right. So that's what they have for you, Moonlight. So many blessings to you. And then Sean G, you are up next. So, and thank you for your donation earlier. You want to know N has been liking your stuff on the Instagram. Um, should you reach out to him? What's his energy towards you? All right, let's take a look here. Is it for your, let's say if you reach out to him, what will the result be? Because there's no right or wrong or shoulds from spirit's point of view, right? So that's if you reach out to them, and what's his energy towards you? All right. Well, his energy towards you, you do have the Three of Cups, which is joy, celebration. There is this energy of feeling like a part of community. And there's also, um, it's this joy and celebration. Don't feel like it's third party kind of thing, but there is emotion there with cups suit there. And if you do reach out to them, you have the moon, so the hidden will be revealed and some emotion will be revealed as well. So it does feel positive here. It doesn't feel like it's a negative thing with this moon card coming in here. It just, it is the revelation, emotional revelation that comes in here. But they do have this joy and celebration with the Three of Cups. So I would say that's an affirmative that it seems positive if you reach out because I feel like you're going to get to know some emotions of your own and some emotions from them too, as well. So I like that. Right. So that's what they have for you, Sean. So many blessings to you. And then Olivier Bagara, you are up next. So hello. You like the shirt? You like my little ninja? This is a reminder of my cat mind. When we go into fear, we get all hissy and we knock out our intelligent, loving, compassionate side and we become. So it's always a good reminder of the inner cat warrior we have. Be cognizant of it. And you would like to know what your guides can tell you of your purpose here on planet Earth. All right. We'll take a look here. So, we're all here for the same purpose, just kind of a baseline that it's like it's a giant playground. We've come here to learn and to play, to understand ourselves as we interact with other human characters. It's like a video game in a way where we come in for these adventures. And so when we talk about purpose, we can get sucked into the human character side of like, I have to have this. This is what I came here to do. And if I don't do it, I'm doing bad, judging ourselves, pressure on ourselves. But there's not that. We have intentions when we come down here to go, while I'm down there, it's like going to the playground. While I'm down there, I'm going to ride the merry-go-round. Well, if we don't, we have tons of other lifetimes where I can go on the merry-go-round, or maybe I'm going to go on the swings. That's my intention is I want to go on the swings. I'm going to help other people learn how to swing on the swings, or I'm going to push people on the swings so they can enjoy it. That's what I want to do when I go down there. But it doesn't mean it's like, oh, and if you don't, bad, you're never going to go to the playground again. You're being punished. If you look at it that kind of way, right? So, what we're going to look at is like, what are one of the intentions that you wanted to experience here on planet Earth that Spirit wants to reveal to you right now? So, hopefully that makes sense. All right. And what else? All right. So, got one card here. Yeah. Empress, you're here to create. You're here to mother and help others. She's the ruler over the queens, and so it's really you came here to and maybe you came here to birth a child and feel like what it is to be, a mother, but, it doesn't necessarily have to be birthing of a child. You can also help other people, orphan children, or there's a lot of people a lot of humans that didn't have a mother when they were younger or a loving mother, and now they're looking for a nurturing mother energy. And you can be that for adults, teenagers, children, real babies, have your own children, whatever it may be. But this mothering, nurturing, teaching type of energy that comes in with the Empress here. Um, an expressor of emotion, a movement of emotion. The Empress ruling over all four queens has 5 parts emotion, one part earth, one part fire, one part air. So a big piece of what she does is help transmute. She rules over, emotion. She can maneuver through emotion very well. And I feel like that's a big piece of why you came down here to experience motherhood in whatever way that your heart guides you to do it. So I like that little tidbit for you there. Right. So that's what they have for you, Olivier. So many blessings to you. And then the last of the YouTube channel members is Kevin Tribuin. Hello, hello. Psh, psh, psh. So if you start, I was gonna say, I still read that as stalking. If I start stalking Sarthak, it's like, no, no, no. If you start talking, now I see it to them again, with whom you matched with through the Boo app. What would he want from your connection? Any type of intentions. All right, let's take a look here. All right. All righty. So, you know, we've got here the Queen of Wands. So there's a lot of passion, a lot of, you know, passion. Let's just say that. There's a lot of that expression that, the Queen of Wands is very active, very can move with energy, whatever she focuses on goes. But there also is a lot of divine feminine passion that's represented here, right? And so there is this, you know, what do they want from a connection? Is they're looking for passion, they're looking for connection. And a big piece, I mean, they've got the 9 of swords here, which is nightmares and insomnia, but a lot of expectations, supposed to be, should be's, need to be's, have to be's, must be's around relationships. What am I supposed to get from this? And so there's a lot of fear that keeps their heart very confined and under control, to where I feel like this individual, their all this passion energy is because they don't have a whole lot of self-love. They don't have a whole lot of self-love to give. But they've been taught growing up that you show you care about someone through passion and intimacy in that connection, not through the heart, because they haven't had a whole lot of that. They've had a lot of the other, and they experience seeing that a lot with their parents, whether they divorced and the relationships they saw that them in. It was always about passion, 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 but not love and commitment and this relationship kind of stuff. So they got a kind of a different look at that, and so their intentions aren't um like the standard what you might be feeling relationship and this bonding of hearts and blah blah blah. It's bonding of bodies and bonding of energy, but not the heart is kind of kept separate from everything because they haven't ever gone far enough where they've fallen, allowed their heart to fall in love, is what I feel. And so that's what they'd be looking for if you did connect with them. So hopefully that helps a little bit. You're like, hey, why not? Or pass, swipe left, swipe right, whatever that is, right? All right. So hopefully that helps, Kevin. That's what they have for you. So many blessings. All right. So now we're going to move into the free reading. So thank you guys again for your patience. And moving over here. So we're going to just scooch some of these free readings over. Like I said, I got about 20 of them or so. So we'll get through those. So just gonna move these so I can find them faster. All right. So first up for the free readings, we've got Soul Searching Vibe. And as I said, also when I'm done, I will I'll post a comment, a pinned comment listing the order in which all the readings were completed, so you can track down your reading more easily. Right. Excuse me. Just get another sip here. Okay. So soul searching vibe. Who is coming towards you? Let's take a look here. What does spirit want you to know? Soul searching vibe. All right. Well, that tells a little story here. You got the high priestess, which is about stepping back, and she goes into her high priestess temple by herself to connect with spirit and look behind the veil and dive deep into their emotions. You do have, eventually coming down the road here, you got the Four of Cups, which is like a love that you're not um, used to. It's out of the norm, but it comes slowly with this Knight of Pentacles. Excuse me. So you are taking this time right now with the High Priestess. When you get the High Priestess and the Knight of Pentacles, it is this nudge of, continuing to seek that higher vibration love that you find within you, the eternal unconditional love of the higher realms. That's what your soul's hungry for, because until we find that, when we look to the outside world, that love we're looking for is an imitation of this love, and it can't meet up to that. It falls short always because it's a pebble compared to the boulder or the asteroid, the planet, that our self-love is, and that's what we're hungry for. And so it's allowing you this time to raise your love vibration to where you'll be full and overflowing, that when this individual comes in, it's going to be a higher love than you've had before. It's because you don't want to do what you've always done and get what you've always gotten. You want something that feels full and overflowing. Well, it starts finding this love within yourself, and then you're full and overflowing with that. And you're like, wow, I don't need love of the outside world. I still want it, but I don't need it. I'm not like, oh my God, please don't take love away. It's like, I can take it or leave it, but hey, I'll take it. And then it's above and beyond extra and overflowing. So I feel like it's coming. And the more that we raise our low vibration, the faster it moves and the faster we're drawn together. They're also working on raising their low vibration. They're not this perfect, you know, high, ascended master, because they don't really care if they have relationships or not. They're beyond that interaction anymore. So they're learning and growing too, and then you guys will be drawn together. But right now it's focus on your inner love. That's the biggest, best thing you can do, is question the thoughts and beliefs that don't serve you, the emotions that don't serve you. Purge those things, transform those things, transform and purge energy, transform and purge physical things. You're creating space, both mental, emotional, energetic, and physical, for them to come, and then they come, right? But if we have clutter, then there's no space for them yet, right? So hopefully that helps. That's what they have right now for you, soul searching vibe. Hang in there, hang in there. I definitely feel like it's next year. It could be the, very early beginning of the year or in December of next year, depending on how much energy we put into it, though, right? All right. Right. So many blessings. And then we have angel blessings. So you want to know Leo's hidden feelings for you. All right. So, Leo, come out wherever you are. Let's see what we've got going on here with the hidden feelings. All right. We got two sevens, the Seven of Cups and the Seven of Swords. So, spiritual energy, 7 7 for you might be something significant too. Which, let's see, June is Gemini to June 22nd, and then it's Cancer. Yeah, so it wouldn't be. I was thinking July isn't Leo. I'm like, no, it's not. That would be Cancer, I think. So, but there is this, energy here. They've got a lot of different emotion here, and they're trying to pin it down. Some emotional confusion, but they've got a lot of the Seven of Swords of mistrust too. Secrets and lies is this, energy that's here, and it's not theirs. And it's not necessarily geared specifically at you with the Seven of Swords. I just feel they've had a lot of deceit, a lot of people cheating, lying, keeping secrets from them. And so they're kind of tentative. That's what kind of holds them back from leaping forward. They watch, they learn, they grow, they investigate in a way. And the Seven of Cups is like the process of elimination of emotions. All right, this emotion is at ease. These ones that are holding them back, they've got these bright stars of emotions, and so there is a lot of emotion that's there, but it is counteracted. It's like 7 and 7. For every one of these great feelings, there's a belief that goes, "No, you can't go do that yet because, um, I don't have that inner trust yet." And that doesn't have to do with you, you know, they just are untrustworthy of others because they've really been screwed over by people, and so, rightfully so, they've got these alarm systems up and watching going, "No, it's not easy." There's like it's like a company that had people that infiltrated it, and so, they have a huge background check system that in order to make sure that it's someone that won't come in and destroy the company again. That's funny that they have it that way, but that's what's coming in, so hopefully that makes sense, angel blessings. That's what they have, so many blessings to you. Right, and then Linksley, do you have a future with the Pisces? Okay, and if so, what does that future look like? Yeah, we got the Death card, so that would be no. I mean, nope. All right, next. Well, we also have the Three of Swords, which is it's saving you from heartache and disappointment. Um, with that, so it's like not that that makes it like any easier. Excuse me, but it might make it, like a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down, right? It's like, well, that you're avoiding some great heartache and some great disappointments. And, you're like, you don't know what you're avoiding by it not, but it is for you not to have that. And that just means there's an upgrade. That means there's something more for someone else down the road. That's an upgrade rather than heartache and disappointment, which is good. So short and easy, that's what they have for you, Linksley. So hang in there. Many blessings to you. And then smooth life, you'd like messages from the person on your mind. All right. So let's take a look here. Messages from the person on your mind. Okay. Oh, I like it. It's a very bright message of hope and joy. And, the sun card is one of the most abundant, bright cards in the entire deck. And there's this, the sun does not ask permission to shine, does not dim its light. And the Ace of Cups, there's this message of you have so much love to give. That's you, the chalice, filling up and overflowing with butterflies over there. Um, but I feel like their message to you, because the sun card also is inner child. And I feel like a combination of this is like, you're so bright, you have so much love to give, but you don't give it to yourself. And I feel like that's their message is you deserve this love more than anyone on the planet. So fill up with that love first and then let everyone else get the overflow. Don't give to everyone else first and then you get the leftovers. You deserve that. And the greatest gift that you can give the world is a healthy, full, overflowing you, not emptiness and exhaustion that will lead to resentment. They're like, fill and give yourself all this love and fill up, and then let it automatically overflow out to the world. But what you give will be so much more if you do that. All right. So that's what's coming in Smooth Life. Hopefully that resonates. Many blessings to you. And then, hi, my name is Flo. Flo, hello, hello. So a career reading, absolutely. Let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants you to know about career right now. It's getting dark out. Ooh, I'm just gonna close my blinds so the evil monsters can't look in on me. All right, look at here, Flo. You got this little shakeup going on with the Devil card, which is good. It's Capricorn, Saturn energy, shake, 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 and the Ten of Wands. This combination here, this is like a card of all this energy being invested, and it feels like a burden. And the Devil card is all this mind and it's work. The Capricorn energy is the 10th house of work is what they rule over. So it is about the work, the work, the work. What has worked well in the past and how can I apply it towards the future kind of energy. But With that 10 of wands in this combination, it's like you're investing energy into something that may not be what is for you anymore. You know, you've been on this journey of this career and this job, but now it's like to really evaluate and get out of your head. That Capricorn devil energy is questioning long held beliefs, and a lot of that has to do with like, well, I've been hearing, growing up that, this is the kind of job to have because it's good paying, it's secure, blah, blah, blah. The shoulds, the supposed to, the need to, the mind checking off all these boxes, but the heart's going, that's like existing, but I want to live. I want to live. And that 10 of wands is like this organization and this kind of inventory of where am I investing all of my energy? Why am I trying for all that stuff? Why do I have such a high bar of everything I have to do to feel like I'm succeeding in career and going forward? Well, it's because of all this stuff that we've been fed all our lives. And it's a good opportunity, this when this devil card comes in, it's like our Saturn return. And if you want to research that, you can do Saturn return in Google. And you can even sometimes they'll let you put your birthday in and it'll tell you the dates of your Saturn returns. And 5 years before and after those dates is when it impacts us. It shakes us up and has us question our beliefs, where we headed, what are our stories. And we realize these are opinions that were given to me. These are not my own. And it's you discovering what is it that you want to do? Where is it that you want to invest your energy? And there's this opportunity where you're like, a lot of clarity coming in, going, this dream I've had where I wake up in the morning going, oh crap, I got to go live my dream today. That's not our dream when we feel that way. When we're living our dream, we're living it each moment, each day, and we wake up early and going, oh, I can't wait to get started on it. That's our dream in our career that we want to do. We're excited for it instead of, eh, it's good money, but God, I have to go to work today. There's a difference in that. So I feel like there's this energetic change towards career that's happening, a lot of clarity coming in. You can ask yourself, what's the last five times that my heart felt overjoyed, and follow that joy and see where it leads you. All right. So that's what they have for you, Flo. So many blessings to you. Right. And then we have Breeze and hello, hello. Greetings from Florida. And a reading, please. All right, let's see. So what does Spirit want you to know right now? That and that. All right. So you got the Queen of Cups here. This is like deep, deep, emotional, empathic, picking up emotions and feelings and really getting in tune with that. And this Three of Swords is the card of expectation, equal disappointment, but I don't feel like this is your disappointment, you know? I'm gonna share a couple, videos with you. They'll be down in the description box of the video, next to your name once I post it. But it's called The Empathic Bubble and the, Real Gift of an Empath. And the reason I'm sharing this with you is because I feel like what you're picking up are other people's emotions that don't feel too good. And it's triggering things that, um, within you. Sorry, I'm just okay. Did my little work there, but it's triggering this within you, and you're like, oh, why do I feel this way? And oh, I'm just tired. I'm so tired. It's like it's exhausting you. You're having trouble sleeping. You're dreaming all these weird dreams. You have all this emotional, like you feel like there's an emotional storm going on around you. But this is going to allow you to move to the eye of the storm, be able to look at it without it having to do the somersaults in the storm and tornado that's going on around you emotionally. But there's a lot of drama, a lot of emotion. And I feel like that's what they're wanting you to know is there's a way here in these videos that that'll be in the description, not the description, the pinned comment next to your name. Talk about and they're short, like usually 10 minutes or so or less. These might be a little longer, but they're short. But it talks about the difference between your emotions, other people's emotions, and then your inner child being activated because of feeling other people's emotions. Knowing the difference between the 3, and so that you can compartmentalize them a bit and respond instead of have this reactive feeling to them, right? And then you're not as impacted by especially the outside storm of emotions that's big all over the place here in the world these days. The other one is the true gift of an empath, and that helps you understand your power, your true power. Because a lot of people who are empathic and feel other people's emotions, sometimes it feels like a curse, like, God, why would I want this gift? But that's a small piece of our gift. The amazing thing that we're able to do as empaths is you can push out emotion. And, if we're in a bad mood, we can bring down a room, right? It's like, "Oops, I just took out a square mile of energy. Well, sorry, my bad." But we also have the ability to push out unconditional love energy. And we can't control other people's emotions, but we can make it easier for people to choose unconditional love or fear. And so we can help people make it easier, at least the environment energy can change. So it's pretty powerful. So if you want to check those out, those will be down next to your name in the comments. So I feel like that's what they want you to know right now, just like you're not crazy. Well, I can't. I'm not a licensed professional, so disclaimer. But you're not crazy because of this, um, because you are picking up other people's emotions. You might even look into like following moon cycles, and because every 2 to 3 days we go through this emotional, change. We 2 or 3 days of fire, 2 or 3 days of earth, 2 or 3 days of air, 2 or 3 days of water, and then we, wash, rinse, repeat. We do that three different times because we go through the entire zodiac every 28, 29 days. And the flavor of fire is different for when you're hitting Aries and Leo and Sag, and etc. So understanding the moon cycles and the moon zodiac that it's in as it goes through every 2 to 3 days allows you to kind of ride the waves instead of having them smack you and waterlog you, emotionally waterlog you, if that makes sense. So some fun stuff there, Bree. If it resonates, so many blessings to you. That's what they have. Good to see you. All right. And then Patricia, hello, hello. I know you've been having a tough day. Hopefully things have gotten a little better. We sent you a lot of love. I send you even more love right now and a big group hug. And let's see what message your spirit guides have for you. In fact, I feel like I want to grab a oracle card, and I have a new deck called Soul Coaching from Denise Lynn. I'm being guided to because here's this beautiful blue sky with this giant magic in the sky. I don't know what that is. Let's take a look here. So, what would your spirit guides like you to know right now? What encouragement would like to give you? Okay, here it is. Oh, wow, look at this. Peace. What a beautiful card. Card number 37. And it says, breathe and breathe again, deeply and often. Beautiful. That helps bring us back to this moment, right? It says, everything is flowing as it's meant to be, smoothly and effortlessly. All is in perfect harmony. I know it's hard to see that when we're having a bad day, right? Tough day. But your soul wants you to know true peace isn't static and boring. It's full of grace, enthusiasm, and vitality. Tranquility is the awareness that all is unfolding according to divine planning. Serenity isn't something that you have to attain, work at, or search for. It's already dwelling within you. To experience this within yourself, simplify your life. Spend time in nature and take time to listen to the messages of your soul. Peace transcends fear and the illusion of separation and connects you innately to the creator. The affirmation you can have for right now: I breathe deeply, knowing that all is well in my universe. And that is a big thing to, try to swallow when we're feeling like we're having a tough day. Something that they're bringing back to me that they helped me with is whenever it was like I was learning about adjectives. Adjectives are like the description words we use in the English language, like tough. They would have me go, "I've had a tough day." They'd have me take out all the adjectives in a sentence to "I had a day." That's true. You had a day. Now, the story of the adjective is from up here, and the emotion I want to feel is here, and the energy I put forward is in here, and then the physical action I take is mine. And they're like, what what makes it a horrible day, a good day, a loving day, a peaceful day is what depends on what story and who experienced that day. There's this James Allen was a big one amazing statement that said, it's not the situation that determines how it impacts someone. Otherwise, every situation would impact everyone the exact same way, but it doesn't, right? You can have 10 people go through the same situation, 10 different ways it impacts them. So he says, thus, it's not it's not the situation, but the person who decides what the situation means for their life. And that just was like, because I was like, wow, that means all these crappy situations I were having, I chose that they were crappy. And spirit's like, yeah, I know that's hard in the beginning to hear. But when I sat in that, I was like, but the power that you get back when you realize I'm the one that gets to decide and no one else. So I get to put the adjectives, and there's no right or wrong. There's just different choices that make it easier or harder for us. If I want to have a hard day, I'm going to choose to have a hard day. That's my choice. I'm going to experience it. But when I'm done experiencing hard days, I can also change the adjective and the belief and make it going, I'm going to have an amazing day. I have an amazing day. I am having an amazing day. And there's a lot of power in that. And so when we're looking at the toughness and the things that are happening, whether it's, physically, emotionally, having to do with things in our life, situations, people, relationships, whatever, we can just sit back and take, like I said, deep breaths. That helps us get out of that fight or flight and that reactionary mode. And then we can really look and kind of step away and look at the situation and go, what am I fearing in that? Whenever I feel anxiety or like uncomfortable, lower vibrational emotions around something, I ask myself 4 questions. What am I fearing? What am I trying to fix? What are my expectations? And what am I trying to control? Usually I find I'm trying to control things that I am not in control of. I have expectations around things that why do I have that expectation? It's an old thought and belief, right? I'm trying to fix something that I think is broken because it's not doing what I think it to, me, Lord of the universe. It's not doing what I want it to. God forbid. It needs fixing then, or what am I fearing? What am I using to define myself? When I just sit with that, we learn a lot with those feelings because those feelings are flags. All feelings are flags that something can be looked inside of us. So hopefully that helps a little bit, Patricia. But sending you lots and lots and lots and lots of love. And you are loved. You are lovable, and you are made of love. So deep breaths and much love. All right, hang in there. All right. Many blessings to you. And then up next, we have Lucky, Lucky, Lucky. Let me move some more down here. So lucky. You asked yesterday. Oh, yeah, I didn't, this is that one that it must have been, like, last night because yesterday afternoon, I got to all of them, but this, didn't sound familiar, so I think this was probably last night, and I didn't get to, any of the free readings last night. So, an insurance company, dun, 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 claiming financial difficulties on media, a monetary reimbursement is owed to you. It's 3 months overdue. Is it on its way to you? Okay, let's take a look here. See what Spirit has to say here. You know, I don't think it's on its way to you here. You have the Emperor, which is this Aries action, like you have to take action, you have to move forward. You do, Queen of Pentacles, you do have this coming to you. You do have this harvest and this financial money coming your way. But the Emperor is you need to take action. You need to, step forward and request it or, um, if it might be consulting a lawyer or someone, but it's that you have to take action in order to get it to come to you. They're not gonna It's not just on its way to you. It's like they're holding off the reimbursements and the squeaky wheels are getting the grease, and I feel like you have to be a squeaky wheel and you know, bring it up and do that to get action there, unfortunately, I know. But, I do feel like you have this that comes to you. You just have to do that. Just have to go like, "All right, I'm gonna do what I need to do, but I'm gonna get this." So, it's that fire. It's like not listening to anyone else's opinion. What do you wanna do? Put your plan together, take action, and then you do get the reimbursement or the payout, from them. So just got to do a little bit of work. Yay! All right. So that's what they have for you, Lucky. Hang in there. All right. Many blessings to you. And then Vidi Jalan. Hello, hello, Vidi. You'll be giving. Say, I'll be giving some entrances for two colleges, and one of which is in January, and you wish you could get through it. What will be the possible outcomes of any guidance? Okay. So you're giving some entrance over two colleges. So we'll look at here. We'll do college one and college two. So there's college one. So that's your first choice, college one. And then college two is the second one. What are the outcomes here? And we'll just see what else comes through on that. So number one, oh, you got three of cups. You've got the joy celebration. You do have some hoops that you'll jump through, but I do feel like there's joy and celebration there. So I do feel like you do get some success with college number one choice. College number two, you even got the number two. So college number two, the high priestess, there's some hidden and unknown things with the second option that I just don't like number 2 for you anyway, but you're gonna get your top choice. But number 2 is kinda there's some unknown surprises that are there that they're not forthcoming with. It's like, "Wait a minute, you didn't tell me about that," and it's like, "Oh, man." It would throw a kind of a wrench in some things if you got in there. It's like a program is planning on being dismantled and it's the one that you wanted. It's that kind of thing that they're not forthcoming yet because it hasn't been done, but it's unseen and unknown things that will come to pass later. So, number one is the way to go, which is what you want anyway. So, definitely go with college of the one that you really want to go to. And you do. There's a couple of hoops you have to jump through. Just jump through the hoops. Bark if you need to. You're like, "Ruff, ruff, all right, I'm in," but do what you need to do for that, because it does, sound positive there. Alright, so that's what they have for you, VD, so many blessings to you. And then Marie Jones, you are up. Hello, hello. A message from now till the end of the year. Alright. What does Spirit want you to know here? They want those 2. All right. Looky here. You've got both the Knight of Cups and the King of Cups. There seems to be some emotional movement here, romance possibly with the Knight of Cups. At the very least, a very compatible individual that's coming into your life here because the King of Cups is this balance between head and heart. And it's one of my cards that represents someone who is really, really, really compatible, good, fits like a glove is usually what I say. And it's like, they're in tune with their emotions. What? I know. But they're not overly emotional where they're emotionally unstable. They also have swords energy, the King of Cups does. And so they're able to communicate their emotions and they're intelligent and they can get into their head, but not to the extent where they don't know what an emotion is. So that's where there's this balance and it just, able to kind of function in both of those areas, and it matches up so well with your energy. So I feel like it could be a best friend, it could be romantic, it could be an old family member, but it is definitely movement of motion of the heart, and love comes in a wide different ways, but I feel like that is something that is very present there. Just continue on that quest. The Knight of Cups is the quest for finding your inner love too, raising your love vibration, finding that, eternal unconditional love that exists within you. It's who you are, allows you to fill up and overflow. So it's an important piece, but I do feel like this is part of your journey over the next 5, 6 weeks. So I like it for you. There you go, Maria. Many blessings to you. All right. Let me just bring more of these over here. So, love is the most powerful force in the universe. It's true. And it is who's up next for your reading. Let me just bring over the last of these here. Just got one more. Whoop, there we go. So, love. So, in a previous reading, Spirit had said that sound frequencies and subliminals would probably not make you grow taller. You know that sound waves work, so it only because of a lack of hormones or other reasons? What do your spirit guides say? All right. Of course, disclaimer, I'm not a licensed medical professional or scientist or anything like that. Tarot is for fun. There's a disclaimer in the description box. We just have to say that in the United States when we talk about questions like this. So, all right, let's take a look here and see what spirit wants to bring through here. Yeah, so you have the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles is about the physical. So I would say it does have to do with some sort of physical limitations within the body itself. The King of Swords, it does tell me here the King of Swords is like higher education, higher awareness, higher connection in knowledge. Um, So I feel like they just don't have the technology yet for it could be, like you said, hormones, because it has to deal, I feel like it with the, Queen of Pentacles. Pentacles is the, physical world. It has to do with the physical, um, attributes here and birthing, and so there could have been something that because of, um and it's like, it's not like a birth defect, anything like that. It's just because of it has to do with birth with the Queen of Pentacles, that it's just heredity, something that's there that it's like it's resistant with the knowledge that they have right now. Doesn't mean that they won't change it in the future, but, they definitely, are bringing that in there. That it's just has to do with the physical abilities right now with the knowledge that they have. It's like there's a few exceptions of how it doesn't work for, and you just happen to be one of them, and that's all right. I know, like if you're trying to, you want to grow taller, but it's like, you know, sometimes we just accept that we're designed perfectly, and that looking at, you know, why, you know, it's like almost acceptance. It's like, you know what? I am perfect. I was created perfectly, whatever size I am, whatever I look like, whatever happens, and what am I fearing? What am I trying to fix? Does it need fixing? Just some things to that you can ask. I feel like Spirit is bringing up. It's like every creation is perfect, even though if it's different from other people, and sometimes it has us stand out, and because we stand out, we have a beautiful opportunity to share things that other people wouldn't. But something to think about, love. Well, that's what they have for you right now. So hopefully that makes sense. Many blessings to you. And then we have Bella Luna. Hello, hello. A message for December. Absolutely. Let's take a look here and see what we have here. Nope, none of those. Okay, that one. And that one. Ooh, those three. Okay, well, these two are together. And this one. Okay. What you do have here, so these two coming together, you have the Queen of Swords, which is the balancing. Well, normally the balancing of head and heart, but this also represents what we would think is the perfect counterpart. Like we have the King of Cups and the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords balances head and heart. King of Cups balances heart and head. And so that's this compatibility, this balance between the both. But the Eight of Cups shows leaving behind emotions, beliefs, relationships, even beliefs about what that kind of perfect person is. And I feel like they're like, it's letting go of that. Um, Not necessarily letting go. You have all these dragonflies that really standing out here, which is transformation, and the butterflies above it too. And it's transforming your thoughts and beliefs and mindsets around what the perfect partner is. And I feel like that's what the Queen of Swords does too. She gets out of her head and gets rid of these small t truths, these opinions you grew up with about who someone is supposed to be, should be, needs to be, has to be, must be, blah, 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 right? And it's getting into your heart and going, okay, I what my high heart wants. And it opens up our, instead of having such a fine, like it has to be this kind of person, this kind of way, blah, blah, blah. And that person's on back order for 10,000 years because they don't exist. They're going to have to be an android that's created or something. It's like, all right. So we let expectations go and we open up more. And then we meet someone that we wouldn't have because our blinders here and they're over here. Now that that gets removed, we're like, hey. So there is this kind of love that's coming your way that, and this can happen in December if you'll work on dropping these expectations around what a relationship or someone is supposed to be, what a relationship is supposed to be, and who you're supposed to be in a relationship. There's this freedom that comes. And you have the King of Wands. So I feel like it's a fire sign that you meet, and it could be a Sagittarius. Maybe it's their birthday party you meet them at. Because that's November 20-ish to December 20-ish is Sagittarius season, right? But I feel like that you do meet them, and it can also be Leo or Aries, just saying. But it's this fire energy, and it's what you need in your life is someone very fiery, very, but a higher vibration fire sign, not a lower vibration, you know, lower expression. It's a higher expression because they're childlike, and they're like, look at the world of wonder and possibilities and travel and adventure and excitement and attractive, and but a lot of passion and excitement for life. And I feel like that's what you're needing to match your energy or to balance your energy, either way. Um, but I feel like that's what's coming in for December for you if you'll drop those things and focus on those energies and just going, I let go of all expectations, and thank you. I trust you're going to bring the perfect person in the perfect way in the perfect timing. The last one's tough, I know. Perfect timing, no, but I just feel like There's a spark that happens in December when you do that. All right. So that's what they have for you, Bella Luna. Many blessings to you. All right. And then up next, we have Infinity. Hello, hello. What does Spirit want you to know? All right. Let me take another quick sip here. All right. So for Infinity, what does Spirit want you to know? Nope. None of those. I feel like I need to shuffle. I need to shuffle again. That was a sucky shuffle. All right, there we go. All right. So Infinity, what does Spirit want you to know right now? Right now. Okay, there we go. Boom, boom. Yeah, there's this message here about being true to your authentic self with this Three of Pentacles, not dimming your light, not walking on eggshells, not trying to be what you think other people think you should be, especially romantically with the Four of Cups coming in here. Because the Four of Cups does usually show like three cups and someone's bored of that. And then there's this fourth cup being offered. And this is this difference. And I just feel like when you're true to your authentic self and you fry your freak flag and you just are you and you don't care and you're doing things you love to do and you're doing it your way and people are, other people might be looking at you going, "Oh my God." And you're like, "I don't care. I'm being me." And because you do that, you stand out to someone and they're like, "Ooh, look at them." You in your rainbow hair, you in your clown costume, whatever it is, that you're doing, and they're like, "Hey," and they wouldn't have noticed you because you would just blended in with everyone else before. But you being true to your unique self, it is. It's like two lovebirds. You recognize each other, and they're like they recognize you first, and they see you because you stand out to them. Otherwise, you go unnoticed by them, and that's why it's so important for you to be like, "You know what? You may not be everyone's cup of tea, but you'd rather find someone that you don't have to try to be someone that you're not, and that you just are, 'I am me,'" and they're like, "I know, and I love it. Don't ever feel you have to change because I love who you are," and that's refreshing. So I feel like that's their message right now is be true to your authentic self. Don't alter yourself. Don't change your behavior, your how you dress, where you go, where you attend, what your interests are. Instead, follow your passions. Go do the stuff you love to do because when you do, that's where you meet them and you like I said, you stand out. So, I like that for you, Infinity. That's what they got for you right now. Many blessings. All right, let me just move these closer so old brother Zen's eyes can see them. I'm not going to wear glasses. Why would I wear glasses? All right. So, content, you are up next. So, a general for tomorrow. All right. Nope. Okay. So, general for tomorrow for content. There we go. It's just one. Anything else? There we go. All right. Yeah, definitely for tomorrow, follow your heart. Get out of your head and into your heart. You have the high priestess, which is trusting your gut feelings that come through your heart. And you have the knight of cups, which is movement of emotion. Follow the heart, the quest of the heart. That's what it's all about tomorrow. Get out of your head. Don't do things that are logical. Don't do things that are stupid either. But follow your heart. Close your eyes, open your heart, and go, I know what I want. I know what decision to make. I know I'm going to let my heart lead the way tomorrow because they lead you through this myriad of all this stuff. But when you follow your heart and your passion and that connection to spirit that you feel through your heart, it takes you right where you need to go and it brings you all the clarity you need. Remember, when in doubt and you don't know what to do, close your eyes, open your heart. And if something doesn't come right away, then reach out to your spirit guides and go, "Hey, team, now I don't know what to do. Can you show me, please? I ask you of my own free will, right? Because they don't meddle in our lives unless we ask them to. So if you're unsure of a decision to make, and when you close your eyes and open your heart, it doesn't come, then ask, and then you will get confirmation. And sometimes the answer is no. I don't know. So the answer is no. And if people are like pressuring you for an answer, that means they want a yes. And if you say, well, if I have to answer right now with what I feel, no. They're like, oh, well, take your time, take another day. And that's what will happen. So don't feel like you have to, to do that. But hopefully that helps. That's what they have for you for tomorrow. They're content. So many blessings to you. Right. And then musical beer. What are P's current thoughts about you? All right. Let's see what mood P is in here. Sorry, cards flying everywhere. Let me. All right. So, what are P's current thoughts about you? Thoughts. What's in their head? What's in their head? All right. Oh, kind of torn here. They've got the two nines, which is synchronistic. The 9 of cups is like dreams come true, but then the 9, the hermit card is I want to be by myself. So it's like this split, like split-minded, double-minded. They could see how wonderful, like all the cups that you would fill up for their life. It's like, wow, you could really, you're like ideal, you're a dream, but what's wrong with me? I want to be by myself. I'm having this pull to be alone, be away from everything. You even got the 2 of cups on the bottom, like, double-minded, but also, relationship oriented, but they're unsure of what they're wanting. And, but they do feel like split. They're like, it's stupid. I know that they'd be everything that anyone could ever want, but why am I wanting to run into my cave and shrink? And fear, of course, does that. Makes us fight or flight or freeze. So it's these afraid of making the wrong choice, afraid of um, when you meet your dream too. How am I going to meet up? What if I'm disappointing to them? What if I lose my dream then? Is it better to have had and lost than never to have had at all? I don't know. So there's a lot of that's going on in that little noggin. You might even see smoke coming out of their ears because they're so in their head about going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. That comes in there. But a lot of fear, that's activated in there. I almost feel like the 9 of swords, which is nightmare and insomnia card, would be right fitting in with all those other nines. But I feel like that's what's going on here. They just have these, wow, you're this, but why am I afraid? Why do I fear failing? Why do I fear losing? Um, why do I fear not being able to measure up? So a lot of that going on inside them. I know. We got to clear that away, right? Let's clear all that away from our heads. All right. Hang in there, musical beer. That's what they have for right now. Many blessings to you. And then morning, a general career reading for this week. All right. Let's take a look here. Morning. Don't. Oh, felt like I was supposed to be drawn to one of those cards, but all of them were like, no, not me. No, no. They were running away. Is that a message for you too? It's like, no. There's something you're not wanting in your career next week? Okay, let's take a look here. Yeah, confusion about what you want to do, because you have the judgment card, which is your higher self calling you to the a higher place. It's like, what is your calling? And you have this 7 of cups. It's like all these wishes upon a star. Which wish? I want this, and I want that, 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 and I want that. It's like, but why? Why do you want all that? There's one that is what's truly drawing you. The others are falsely drawing you based on other people's opinions, things you grew up with, but your heart knows it wants one out of these 7 things, and it knows what it wants, but the mind is saying, "Well, you got these other options. Look at the money, look at the benefits, look at the prestige, look at that, look at that, look at that," and the heart's like, "Boring, that's existing, but look at that one we will live. We'll be excited every day." And but the mind is like, "Well, let's go back to the PowerPoint, but we got all these things, but all these others." And I feel like there's this closing down the PowerPoint presentation and going, "We're gonna go and we're gonna allow our heart to follow and guide us into what we will do and the direction we wanna head in our career." Because when we're trying to do things out of the head and the brain and meet expectations and it's old thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that have been dumped on us growing up, you wake up in the morning going, "Oh, crap, I gotta go live my career dream today." We know that's not ours when we feel that way. When we wake up going, "Woohoo, let's go." We wake up before the alarm, we turn off the alarm, like, "Let's go, I'm excited." Then we know we're taking steps towards what our heart wants, what will bring us joy, that will bring us health, that'll bring us vibrance, that'll bring us abundance, in its own way, because when you're passionate about something, it naturally grows. We have gratitude, we have excitement, we draw in more, we draw in more. When we're like, trying to meet an expectation out of fear, then we feel like we're working in a prison camp, you know? So hopefully that makes sense, morning. That's what they have coming in for you. So many blessings to you. And then Macaroni, you are up next. So what does Ruth think of you? All right. Keep in mind that other people's thoughts of us are really none of our business, because they rarely have anything to do with us, right? Everyone's a mirror walking around. So it's like walking into someone in a public restroom and they're looking in the mirror going, "Oh my God, what a weirdo. I can't believe that. Ugh, what a person that is." And blah, blah, blah. They're talking to themselves, right? And so if Ruth is saying, "Oh, you're this or you're that," or thinks this or thinks that, or thinks you're lovely, it's because they recognize that in themselves and they're seeing that in the mirror. So, something that really helps when, that spirit taught me, when, because I was really always, "What do people think? What do people think about me? What do people think about me?" They were like, "Well, what do you think about you?" And I'm like, "Oh, and what do you think about them?" And I'm like, "Why?" "Well, I think da da da." "Well, they're your mirrors. So now where do you see that in you?" And I'm like, "Whoa, wait a minute." They're not as bad as that. But it's really learning a lot through that. So, grain of salt when we find out what are Ruth's current perceptions of you doesn't mean it's true. It just means this is what's going on in Ruth's head. Okay. All right. Well, they got the King of Wands. So they do feel like you're someone that is pretty bossy. No, I'm just kidding. Well, it's true. They are entrepreneur, boss energy, but it's someone who's confident, is really what I mean. And this is how they see you. They see you as someone who really takes control of things, makes decisions, can put energy behind things, and really get stuff done. They also see you as, with the Wheel of Fortune, that you do have this. I don't want to say a Midas touch, but it just feels like they see your world as that you have all this. You're fortunate; things just happen for you, and they're like, "Wow, look at you put all this energy and look at the success." So they see you as someone who is capable and abundant in life, and that you have this fate about you, that of things unfold and they just unfold for you. And so that's a little bit of a perception of what they feel, that's happening there. Um, the wands energy does say that they think you're attractive, because usually fire energy is attractive, and there is this draw. This wands is energetic connection, but they also see you as someone who isn't just you're not like the prince, like a prince of wands who is, can't control their urges. You are a king. You understand appropriateness and when to express. So you're honorable, if that makes sense. So those are the things that come in here. um, right now. So a few things that she thinks of you. So hopefully that helps and resonates. That's what they have for you, macaroni. So many blessings. And then Ateshi sing hello. So how will your mom react when she sees you in December? All right. Let's see. What's mom's current energy? When she sees you in December, she's like, where did you get that tattoo? What is that piercing? I'm just kidding. Oh. So, well, we have the strength card, the Leo energy here. I do like this, here's mama and her beast. But there's this hugging, I like that. But she sees your strength. She sees that you have changed. She's like, wow. She recognizes your inner strength and how you've grown. And she kind of goes, huh. She just feels your energy's different. And the Six of Swords too. This is leaving behind old ways of thinking and taking and embracing new ways of thinking, but also choppy waters to calmer waters. So I feel like if there was anything that was kind of shaky before, that things are much more calm now. And it has to do with your energy going into it too, right? If you go in with energy of like, oh, I'm expecting, you know, I'm fearing something, lower vibrational, your energy brings it to fruition, right? Where our energy or like where our attention goes, our energy flows and grows it. Also, if you go in with unconditional love and gratitude and happiness and joy and laughter, then that also goes in. So if you arrive with a smile and bright, it's going to be catchy. If you show up scared with frowns and that's catchy too, right? So I like it for you. It seems very positive, but definitely just be aware of your energy as you enter into the situation too. All right. So that's what they have for you at Teshi. So many blessings to you. And then lastly, but not leastly, we have Latoya Bryant. So Latoya, hello, hello. Want to know, is Alton the Libra? How does he feel about your weekend together? All right, let's take a look here. Alton the Libra. Nope, they didn't want that. What else? Okay. Well, okay. So we got the Eight of Wands, which is a lot of passion, a lot of energy, a lot of attraction, a lot of movement, a lot of activity. And then the Five of Wands is this dramatic energy, but it's a transformative energy. It's like something that starts off with drama that transforms into something higher, and that comes in there. But a lot of fire, a lot of activity, which can be both, physical, intimate, passion, expression, movement, like, go here and go here and let's go here and let's go do this. Let's go. It's like nonstop kind of energy, a little bit with that Eight of Wands. Um, and the Five of Wands is like this. I don't know if he had fear when I don't know if you guys have gone on the weekend yet or if it's over. Kind of feel like this is post discussion, right? But I feel like in the beginning there's like fear energy of, oh God, is there going to be drama? Is there going to be I hope that everything works out well. I hope things go well. I hope, things don't blow up. I hope this, I hope that. And then it turns out it was a great weekend and they were like, wow, it was so much energy, so much action and movement. And I feel like they're kind of are they a fire sign? Well, you said they're a Libra, right? I just feel like there's this passion though, but Libra rules over the house of relationships. So they like this um passion to them is success. It's like the energy that you guys had together was like a bonfire. It feels like. So I feel like from their point of view, it feels like it was good. you know at first I thought, uh-oh, is this going to blow up in my face? And then no, it turned out to be um even I almost feel like it's more than they had thought it would. Um, so it feels very good from what I'm picking up with all this fiery energy. They really like that fire. All right. So that's what's coming in, Latoya. Hopefully that resonates. Many blessings to you. And thank you guys so much. Hopefully I didn't miss anyone. I try to go through the chat very, you know, closely. But I'm human, so I apologize if I did miss anyone. But I will be back Friday for free readings. I'm on Friday and Saturday nights and Saturday and Sunday morning afternoons. And, or if you're interested, I do offer personal readings. There's a link down in the description box for that. Or my YouTube channel members, I have two levels, $2.99 for my Zen Cricket, $7.99 for my Praying Mantis. For both of those levels, we meet on Wednesday for 2 hours for unlimited free readings on we do oracle cards too and past life readings, whatever. And then my praying mantis level, they get an additional night for 2 hours on Thursday. And then also on Friday and Saturday nights and Sunday afternoons, we have an hour or so. Sometimes we go an hour and a half, sometimes we go 2 hours. Depends on what spirit wants and what everyone what's going on with us. But we read books and we do extra readings. We really dive deeper. So if you're interested, there's a link down below for that too. Um, so otherwise, I'll be back Friday for more free readings. Thank you guys again so much for all the thumbs up. It does help spread the Zen love. You're part of the love tsunami. So grateful. And hang in there. Have a great holiday week if I don't talk to you. For those of you that celebrate Thanksgiving, hang in there and buckle up for this Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius. That's tomorrow, the big beginning, and it goes through December 16th. A lot of great opportunity to dive deep into our spirituality. So enjoy this beautiful adventure. And until I see you guys again, remember every second of every day of your lives that you are truly, eternally, and unconditionally loved by the cosmic father and the cosmic mother, our creator. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you guys again, much love. Hang in there. Take care of yourself. We'll see you soon.